Just to give you an idea, there's about 18 cats in here and 4 dogs. And of course, now everybody's getting a little older, but all of these are rescues, including the dogs. And fortunately, I'm retired, so I can play with them and dote on them all day long. We usually start out, when I bring a foster in, we start out in the basement. So right now I have one kitty in the basement. It's a finished basement. And we're working to get him healthy enough to adopt out. So most of these that come in are not well. They have some sort of emotional issue, physical issue. For example, this little guy, if you watch him walk, come on baby, can you come to mommy? Levi. Of course not. He has a disorder that's neurological called cerebellum hypoplasia, and he was born with it. It comes from the mother cat having had distemper, and all the kittens are born with some degree of impairment. And he was found in the middle of the road in York when they were scraping up dead animals, and they found him still moving. So they took him to York County SPCA, and he was filled with maggots. And so we got him all cleaned up. He was about, I want to say, 8 days old at that time. So we bottle fed him, and sure enough, now he's a full-grown, healthy, happy kitty. And this is Clint Eastwood, and this is Olivia, and everybody pretty much has a disorder or a temperament issue that keeps them from being adopted out. Or, let's just face it, after all that care, I fell in love with them and I couldn't part with them. All right, so we're going to go back now and we're going to meet there's Frankie and Cupcake. That is a true calico right there. See how vivid her colors are? She is a real calico. And where's my Reggie? There's my Reggie. And Reggie has an eternal weight problem. Come here, bud. So Reggie came to me with an entire litter. He is a true Siamese bobtail, and he's on a diet. So even though I limit his food now, he is a very husky little boy, aren't you? Can you give me a head bump? Can you give me a head bump? Yes, good boy. He is up there now too. He's getting old, but he just doesn't lose weight. So I think we have to accept the fact that the sand has shifted in his hourglass figure. So please note that I am not loving that I can never make my bed, but no sooner do I get up and get out and hop in the shower and get out of the shower than they're all curled up in it. So usually in these mounds of covers and pillows, you find cats settled in, usually 6 or 8 at a time. This is Ernie that just joined us. Ernie Bernie was found in Lewistown as part of a litter, and he made it to me. And of course, beautiful Princess Granny Fluffytail, who I must admit is truly a foster failure. There was no way I could give up this beautiful girl. There's no doubt that when you foster, it's a labor of love. And to have this many animals, you need a ton of kitty litter boxes, and there's a lot of money spent in beds and food, and many of them are on prescription foods, which are very expensive. And follow me, I'd like to show you that I invented a litter box that, because of the dogs, you have to come up with a way, at least when they're small like that. So what I have done is invented my own litter boxes. These litter boxes are made so that the cats can jump up on here and then jump in, and the dogs cannot get in there and take anything out of the litter box. This is Margo. Yeah. Margo was left behind in an apartment in the middle of the summer, no heat, air conditioning, food, or water, and she's quite a mess, so she's under medical care. She's an older kitty. As you can see, the decorating here leaves a lot to be desired because we do mostly early American boxes. That's our style. Boxes always have kitties in them, and baskets that are upside down like this usually have a kitty in it, and then as cats walk by, they get swatted. My Lulu's ready to come in. Lulu, yay, there she is. Yeah, you get a treaty. And of course, Lizzie's in her early American boxes on the counter. Believe it or not, I am married, and the man that I'm married to tolerates this because he doesn't have a choice. I've made it very clear that if he has a problem, and I understand not every man can deal with it, but I'll be happy to help him pack. Otherwise, he's going to embrace them and love them like mommy does, right? We have to cut up her soft treats because she has no teeth, so she can't chew. The whole world in this house revolves around the animals. That's all I can tell you. These fosters have had enough problems in their life. They've been mistreated enough that I do everything I can to make up for that. When they come in, I always promise them that these hands will never hurt them, that they are here to be loved and cherished, and that's what I try to do. So one of the things about being a foster and having this many is that the responsibility is huge. I haven't been away for longer than 12 hours in probably 10 to 15 years. Even if I'm able to take the dogs with me, I won't leave the kitties any longer than that. So I'll tell you one funny story. I was eating raisin muffin one time earlier this year, and my one cat, Cupcake, loves to eat off my plate, so she'll take her paw and she'll pull stuff and take a bite. Well, I don't like raisins, so I pulled all the raisins out, and guess who took her paw and she was eating them, and I didn't think much of it, and then all of a sudden it struck me, oh my God, I believe that they're poisonous to cats. So I go in on the internet, sure enough, it says they are. I start calling every emergency place in the area to see if I can get her, and of course nobody could fit her, so I had to go to York. And here find out, $1,800 later, that there is no known case of a cat becoming ill from raisins, but because they're poisonous to dogs, the assumption is they also are to cats. I'm a better safe than sorry kind of person, but